and welcome back to part 7 of Death End Request, where today we'll be exploring more of Sturfield to try and find out what happened to this glitchy area, maybe what happened to Al's parents if we can at all, hop on a ship to go to the Rosaria Forest so we can get to that terminal and get to Odysseia, but one thing at a time. Sheena's no princess, but she's an adventurer. I can't imagine someone as strong as Sheena needing your help. You're a weirdo, Enigma. Well, excuse me for being weird. If you're in a position to judge my reasons, won't you tell us why you're here then, Al? I guess I could tell you. Have you ever heard of the adventurer named Celica, Enigma? Celica, refresh my memory. Oh, so you've heard of her before, Enigma? Well, sure. I remember viewing a character with that name in the World's Odyssey's design documents. This means that her legends has reached even wherever you're from. Her Enigma, amazing. She's a top-notch adventurer. She's so cool, kind, and powerful. I just want to be just like Lady Celica. Gotcha, so Celica's the person you aspire to become an adventurer, huh? Yep, someday I'm going to grow up to be just like Celica. I want to be... Al? Enigma, do you think I can't be an adventurer? I wonder if it's something I said to her. Bluff or cheer her up? No, why would you bluff? Cheer her up. No, not at all. I think you'd make for a fine adventurer. You really believe that? Yeah, of course I do. Just don't give up and keep at it, okay? It's not every day that I receive a compliment from a tiny bear. You know. But I guess I owe you some thanks. Thanks a bunch, Enigma. I think that you've got what it takes to protect Sheena too. Right, thanks. Oh, you can talk to her again. Hey, Al, how the heck are you so knowledgeable when it comes to adventuring? Because I've read up on every book related to adventuring and exploration that there is. Oh, so you're a reader. Never would have pegged you for a studious type. That's so unexpected. Well, I only read books on adventuring since my parents were busy all the time. I kept myself occupied with books. Reading about the exciting lives of legendary adventurers made my lonely feelings totally disappear. I see, so you must have been a strong kid, Al. Really? Me? Strong? I'm being serious. Why are you laughing? Didn't you know, Enigma, true adventurers aren't afraid of exploring places unseen, and some have even been to the end of the world by themselves. I've always wanted to be as strong and heroic as the adventurers before me, so when someone calls me strong, I can't help but laugh. She's always so positive, typical Al. There's nothing bad about anything you can ask when it's these little scenes around camp. You never have to fear about what you say. I don't really know. You don't know? I haven't seen my dad or my mum at all. For some reason though, I have this burdening urge to know where they are, so that's why I'm on my mission to find them. Maybe it's a sixth sense or something. For someone as smiley as Al, she also seems pretty gloom. Hope she's okay. Got it. Well, we'll just have to tell your parents about how much of a great adventurer you've become. Right? I want to tell them all about my dreams come true. Enigma, there's nothing that would make me happier than if you could help me find my parents. Leave it to me. Maybe this means you'll show me more respect from now on. I'll think about it. Oh, good. There's a smile of hers. Ah. Well, anyway. When you're good to go, you can move on. And there's actually a death end you can find in the environment. It's this... Oh, it's not this room because I turned off earlier because this is all post-recording because it's a turn-based RPG, so of course it is. So we get this to get a pathway key, which we'll need for that door literally opposite us. But if you come over here to this weird doom gaze of a room... What is this room? Be careful, the corruption reading in this room is a bit off the charts. Corruption readings? You mean like it's cursed? Yeah, when images and landscapes are distorted as they are here, it's because of what we call bugs. I can't even tell if this room is rendering the way it should. Staying here for much longer doesn't seem like a wise idea. Alright, Al, let's get out of here. I found an unknown bug beyond this point. We can't go any further. What? But I'm so curious. Don't. If you decide to go in anyway, which you're going to see a slight cut-size save, you get this little cutscene.
Enough, you idiot!
Al!
Don't go in, Sheena! I'm combing through the code, and it looks like this bug has the ability to destroy your consciousness permanently!
What? No! Al, please come back! Whoa! Whoopsie! Huh? Did anyone hear that? I thought I heard a voice call. Izanashi! I'll show you! Tokyo Station. The last train has already departed. I find myself drawn to others who are queuing up. Everyone's lining up to jump onto the tracks. And before I know it, there's a loud crack, and blood splatters everywhere. Sheena! Lily! There's something coming! It wants to kill me! It's all your fault! You should have never have been born! Help! 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 We're on our way!
Sheena!
Why were you born?
Sheena!
Why? No! Ah! My body! It's... Ah! No! Stop it! Sheena! I had no idea this is how it feels to strangle someone.
Sequence initializing. Progress at 45%.
Here's a fun bit of trivia. Every single piece of artwork in this game actually has been titled. The title of that artwork of Al getting strangled to death by Sheena, I kid you not, is called Happy Ending. So don't go in there, unless of course you want the death ending to advance your cause. So I head back this way to see this vine here you can actually interact with Lily. Each character actually has a special command which you can use by pressing square when the situation arises. It's extremely gimmicky and doesn't really serve much of a purpose if I'm honest, but there are a couple areas that you won't be able to explore until a character is joined later on.
Just wait till I get to you.
But the problem is with it is that there are some areas that require a character to be in your party to have, but you already have that member in your party long before you ever get to it,
Leave it to me.
making the whole gimmick feel not necessary. It's like, well, you've already got them in your team now. As we start going back into more encounters, every time you enter a new area it is worth checking the glitch spots, because the glitch spots are different in every single area of the game.
I'll handle this.
And once you go past the halfway point of the game, every single area in the game will have its glitch spots rearranged to up the difficulty in case you return to them.
The rest to me.
So anytime you enter a new area, like now we're in, let's say, the Sturfield Dockyard, we got these white marks and blue marks, so they're worth keeping an eye on. Also, during boss fights, bosses have unique glitches. So you need to also keep that in mind, because there are certain glitch spots that will only show up in bosses, and certain glitch spots that you'll never get to see, despite how much you wish for it during bosses. The main one you'll start to see in the later boss fights, not so much the earlier ones, is that there's a glitch spot that takes off 50% of your maximum health. So if you have 600, it'll always do 300 kind of thing, regardless of how much health you have. But it gives you invincibility for the opponent, for the enemy's next attack,
Leave it to me.
making it god tier, because the invincibility, since it lasts until the end of the opponent's turn, if you can get invincibility, there's nothing stopping you from completely cleaning the board of its glitch spots, since they can't take any more health from you because you've got invincibility.
Let's go.
So you can just completely clear the board, build up your glitch percentage really high to try and get it closer to 80%, or just drop it, get the area glitch below 50 so you can get Arata to use a skill. Which also, you might have just noticed there, I used a skill and nothing happened. I'm not sure what happened there, if it was a glitch or what. The theory I kind of came to is that I tried to lower all the enemies' corruption levels, since the enemies also have a glitch state and the percentage for them can also go up. But if they hit 100%, they go into an enraged state where they do far more damage and have far higher defense, because, you know, that's fair. So I like to use Arata's skill Depression every now and then to make sure that the enemies' glitch marks don't go to 100 to keep them level, or antidote even. And it just didn't work for some reason. It didn't take any glitch spots, it just didn't happen. Also, you're already kind of seeing what I meant by Lily's frailty, that she's already died twice in this fight, and we're actually a pretty decent level for this part of the game. For the record, I'm playing the entire game on normal. I was tempted to play it on hard, but some of the difficulty with hard isn't the fun kind of difficult. It's the whoops, you died there, then you just have to kind of deal with it kind of hard. And I was just like, well, no, I want to enjoy this. Like, I'm really happy that there's difficulty options, so if you're struggling, you can put it to easy, and you can change it mid-adventure. You don't have to start the whole thing again. It's just, there are some games I'll happily do on harder difficulties. Like, I remember I did a fresh new start run on hard for DMC3. I did Uncharted 2 on Crushing, for instance, things like that. Like, I don't mind doing games on harder difficulties as long as it feels fair. The moment it feels like it's out of my hand or doesn't feel fair, I'm not interested. But thankfully this game, on normal at least, is still pretty tough, but fair. Like, I wouldn't say I haven't finished recording the game yet, so I'm only a few chapters ahead. But so far I haven't encountered any moments where I've gone, okay, that was a bit questionable. Like, every death I've got, I've been like, yeah, okay, I can see why I got that. A lot of Lily's deaths are usually just because I'm very ambitious with her positioning. I try and get her quite close to the action. Or I just don't think to space her out every single turn. And so she ends up just getting caught up to and whacked, and she'll just die. But after clearing out, I go back and save, so I can swap out who my controlled character is, since that is a thing in this game. During any point during the pause menu, if you go to organise your party, if you press the options button or the start button or whatever if you're playing on PC, you can just assign what character you play as on the field. And so I want to try and give each character an equal amount of screen time on the field. I was like, why have I kept this bit on the phone? I think it's because I was showing off that if you do a triple knockdown, like everyone gets in on it, you get a special victory animation with all three of them coming together, which is always kind of cool. But yeah, every playable character I want to try and give around about the same amount of time being played as possible. Which does also kind of mean, from this point onwards, for quite a long while, we're not going to be having Sheena as our main playable, because where I want Sheena to be more in it, will be much later on. Cattle mutilation, successful shooting. That's another item from the real world that shouldn't be here. It's all in English. I wonder if it's a foreign tabloid or something. It's pretty discoloured, so it can't be a recent issue. It sure is dense. There's so many pages piled and folded together. This is called a newspaper. It's a way to keep track of current events, like things like accidents, scandals, recent reportings and the like. I see. Is this another example of technology that only exists where you come from? Yeah, I guess so. I've never seen these symbols before. Can you read it, Sheena? Sorry, but this is an ancient language. I can't read it either. Oh, that thing? I had no idea what it was either. Isn't it just the oddest thing? There's a bunch of weird-looking drawings on it too. Al, those aren't drawings. Apparently, they're photos. Futuristic technology can actually save a memory onto what is called a flim. I don't get the concept, but boy, you sure don't know a lot, Lily. Flim, huh? That's cool. Indeed, flim is cool. Ladies, it's called film. In any case, check this out. Wow, I didn't know cows could float in the air like this. This isn't normal in any stretch. Are you scared? Are you? Yeah, I think the headline reads cattle muta. It reads cattle mutilation. Allegedly, there were numerous sightings of it during the 1960s in both the UK and in America. Whoa, Enigma, man, you scared the crap out of me sometimes. Can you warn us before you appear out of nowhere next time? Hey, that's my right. You're the one who needs my expertise. So how about you pipe down and listen for once? Ugh. Gruesome as it might be, cattle mutilation was something of a fad a few decades ago. Those unlucky enough to find the corpses saw flayed flesh, gouged eyes and organs, and as if the stench didn't get to them first. People became so disturbed by these ghoulish displays that escapism and fantasy worlds became the common method of coping with trauma. How frightening! I can't imagine what could compel someone to commit such an atrocity. Escapism is a temporary solace. That's scary! You're a treasure trove of knowledge, aren't you, Enigma? Well, I've been doing a lot of research recently. The real oddity is this newspaper, though. What is something from the real world doing inside this game? Real world? What do you mean by that? Mizanashi, you've got to use your voice chat. Mr. Enigma? Mr. Enigma? Huh? What's up? Are you, okay? I think so. I don't feel sick or anything. In the meantime, I'll keep investigating. You shall go on ahead. Okay, got it. His voice sounded tired. I hope he's getting enough sleep. Sheena, Enigma's been saying some confusing stuff. You're right. I wonder if something's happened to him. I've been growing increasingly concerned. Is Mitsunashi actually okay? Maybe his workload is starting to get to him. But we won't check that out straight away because I want to actually enjoy playing the main game for a bit longer. It feels like I've been fighting to actually get some gameplay parts. Also, that enemy's spawn point is a little dickish, so yeah, I cut that one out. Because as you can see, we can go to reality now since there's an exclamation mark on it. But since it's not necessary right now, I just turn against it. Also, during that we got Soul Spear, so I start rearranging the skills so it can be organised a bit better before activating this. And that is something I want to bring up, that I'm happy that from the few screenshots from magazines we've seen, the sequel seems to be streamlining / fixing. The command menu in this game can be a bit cumbersome at times. Organising it and then actually putting it into use in battle, it's such a goddamn list of just all sorts that you do find kind of fall a bit behind sometimes, and so it might be tempting to shrink down your command list to as little as possible, to only the bare necessities. But at the same time you want as big as a list as possible so you can experiment as much as possible to try and unlock more skills. Also, if you get stuck here, it's supposed to go down through here. Yeah, I made the mistake of not spotting it on my first playthrough and ended up backtracking and getting lost for a bit before coming back and spotting that bit. It's a bit annoying, but it is what it is. But in the second game, they're streamlining it and they're making it so everything's in categories and you swap between it. So you have a category in your command list that's just all your physical magic, all yours that are just your straight magic, all of your healing, all your support skills. You even have a bar that's your favorited skills, which is kind of cool. And you just what looks like you just tap the bumpers and you scroll between them when you go to use a command, making it much more streamlined and easier to string things along, because instead of it just being one giant list like it is in this game. And I'll save like talking about what I want to see from the sequel probably until the other side of the game, but there are a lot of little things I'd love to see the sequel do to fix on or add to ideas in this game. What are you mad about over there? Oh, forgive me, it's nothing serious. I've merely been inspecting the shipyard. All of these sights and sounds are foreign to me. Hard's Palace seems very traditional in its design. Are you unfamiliar with machines? Yes, the purpose of these machines and tools is unknown to me. I can tell someone has put a great deal of thought into their design though. Ah, gotcha! It's always nice to step outside of your comfort zone. That's how you expand your mind. Are we supposed to take advice from someone who has the least amount of life experience? Hey, age is just a number. Besides, I've seen my fair share of newly built ships getting to sail from the harbour before. Oh really? What was it like? Well, it was like BAM! Then the gate opened up and the ship grew like a beast, like Gwah! And then it was like Gwah! Wow, incredible. Did you get all that? This one's a light that never goes out. Right? Heck, I even learned how to drive one a little. If you want, I could show you right here, Lily. You just gotta flip the switch, check the mirrors, and... So what happens if you pull this lever? What happens again? Oh no, this crane is swinging this way! This isn't good, get out of the way, you two! Lily, ow, watch out! Don't worry, it's not a death end, they're not about to die. Ah! Whoa! Great job, Sheena. Looks like you pushed them out of the way in the nick of time. Yes, I'm just happy they weren't seriously hurt. I think I might have pushed them too hard, but... Huh? They're not getting up. Maybe they slammed their heads. You two alright? My body crashed onto something. It tickles. Lily, you're on top of me. I can't see a thing, and you're heavy. Hurry up and get off of me. Hell, wait a minute. I'll get you out of the way. Just don't move just yet. No, Lily, you wait a minute before you get up. I need to fix your clothes. Huh? Ah! Hey, is there something I could help? Did they get stuck somewhere? Hey, you can't come over here, Mr. Ignima. Don't look. What the? Why are you blindfolding me? I can't move. Are you okay, Sheena? Let go of me. We have to do something. No, I mean, sure, this situation isn't ideal, but it isn't something you could help with. What does that mean? Nothing. Anyway, wait right here. Got it? Lily, hurry up and get off of Al. Forgive me, Sheena. I can't seem to stand without my clothes getting stuck. Jeez Louise, I'm being smushed. Sheena, are you sure they're okay? Yeah, I guess we'll have to pull them apart. This game still tries to have its odd little comedic moments to have a bit of fun with itself. I'm not going to make that the thumbnail though. I already know what thumbnail I'm going to use. Because that's the thing, because of like how many interesting pieces of artwork this game has, I sometimes actually have to sit there and go, wow, what piece do I actually want to use for the thumbnail? Like, do I want to go dark or comedic? Like that wall there with the squares, we can't open that door without another character that we'll be introduced to later on. So don't worry about it right now. That door there, there's nothing we can do about it. The character's special abilities of the ones we got so far. Firstly, the DLC character doesn't have one, so don't worry about it. Sheena, if there is a hook lingering on its own, Sheena can tap the square button near it and like a spider web will shoot out from her hip. Grab onto the hook and pull her towards it, allowing you to get to higher spots. Lily's, as we've seen, she can spew poison onto vines, killing the vines and allowing us to open through the door. Al is if the floor is either like poisoned or on fire, or basically if the floor is hazardous in any way, shape or form. She can put a shield around herself to walk across it safely. So for some reason you can't jump over these boxes. This is a wall. Yeah, I know, it's bullshit. And I'll be introducing and mentioning the other characters' abilities as and when they join the party. But we've got a new sword that lowers our base attack but increases our magic attack and magic defense quite nicely. The DLC character never gets another sword. The sword that she has, the sword she's stuck with. But it's pretty goddamn powerful, so it's the given. And here's your point of being able to stop. You have to go to reality and talk to Tokyo to continue this.
What? Ren? I just got a message from Ren. Oh, finally. It's been impossible getting a hold of any other staff member besides Tokiwa. What's she doing awake this early? Let's see. Oh, wow. Ren's stellar as usual. I can always depend on her. Sleeping on this sofa is doing a real number on my back.
Drinking Night Owl's cold brew first thing in the morning is just what I need.
I'm flattered, but you gotta pay for the second cup, okay?
Of course.
Tokiwa, are you even listening?
Duh. So what? What's all this about cattle mutilation?
Forget about the cattle part. I'm talking about finding a newspaper. Basically, don't you find it strange that something from our world would materialize in the game?
I thought you put it in there. You're the programmer of World's Odyssey, after all.
There's no way I would have programmed anything that wasn't a part of the original design doc. Aside from the newspaper, we found a photo and a diary in there too. It's kind of creepy.
Well, it's simple. If you didn't place it in there, then someone else did. I have no clue why they would have, though. Besides, all of the data and assets for World's Odyssey are stored inside of servers located at Aggle Inc. Doesn't that seem like a red flag to you? Maybe they're the ones running the servers to engage with an internal experiment of some kind.
A pragmatic observation. I hadn't expected that from you.
What is that supposed to mean? Things get complicated when the occult's involved.
So, what do you make of these related strings of text? I found similar messages in the photo and the diary that are fixing the bugs in game. On top of it all, I can't seem to find any related information on the internet. What did Andrew call them before? I think he called them truth fragments?
That's it! For fans of the occult, this totally hits the spot. Right on, Joe?
This truly is a mystery! A mystery!
To tell you the truth, I can't explain how or why this text causes the bugs to disappear, but given our predicament, anything is possible.
Tokiwa, you're the one who said that all of this must be some kind of occult business, right?
Man, you are such a stiff, Arida. Would it kill you to stretch your mind a bit and consider things from every angle?
Mizunashi, didn't I explain it enough? The thing about truth fragments is, once you start uncovering them, you're asking for trouble.
I know.
It seems like you found a second. No! Could it be? Have you found a third?
Searching. Crap. Look! See? Cattle mutilation. Search results? 0 hits.
You're right. When I typed the terms into the search bar, I was able to find results without a problem.
Ah! No hits on my end either! Oh my gosh! Something this commonplace pulls up 0 hits? I wonder if someone could be siphoning the information in these search yields from the global information database.
It has to be a government conspiracy. Only a secret society with significant influence could do this. Incredible. Just incredible!
Did Tokiwa happen to forget that someone from a secret society just tried to kill her? Is she okay? However, if we can't do any research online, then how can we be expected to dig up any dirt from here on?
Fear not. I've got a whole library of occult-related literature here. Go ahead, check it out.
Wow, you weren't kidding. Thank you.
Come to think of it, one of my regulars came in yesterday, making a whole fuss about how he had just seen a UFO. Then again, the stuff that comes out of my customers' mouths is usually all nonsense. Just a whole lot of crazy. If cattle mutilation is what you're into, then I recommend reading this book. This was a big deal in the 70s in America, which led to massive coverage about it in Japan. This particular topic is huge in the occult world. Corpses would be left with small incision wounds, but without a brain, eyes, or lungs. People began theorizing it was the work of an infrared attack.
I found it.
Huh? What's so special about this picture of dead livestock?
This was actually in the newspaper that I found in the game. I just noticed it now. Here, behind the cow's tuft of hair, there's a shadow. There are some symbols here.
How could you make out anything with such a pixelated photo?
Here's a magnifying glass.
Thanks.
You're right. What are these strings of letters? Maybe this is a code that lets you convert numbers to a header for Odyssey. What is going on?
This is where it gets creepy. I tried overriding the source code around Sheena's location. Sheena, I made some adjustments right now. Can you tell me if you noticed any changes?
Mr. Enigma. There was a huge sinkhole in the floor a second ago, but it's all plugged up now. Jeez, that scared me!
You're lying. I can't believe it.
I need you to believe it. Why else would I have shown it to you? Sheena, I've been able to remove more bugs from the map, so keep your natural progression going.
Got it. Thank you!
Wow. You are amazing. We might really be able to save Sheena after all.
Not might. We will.
Anyways, since when have you started calling Sheena by her first name?
Huh? I hadn't noticed.
Uh-oh, someone's in trouble.
You were so obvious. Right, Anjo? Anjo?
Is this something you should be doing? You're not just messing with the game world. It's like you're messing with the fabric of our world, too. Changing the world is a deed too grand for idle hands like ours. Oh, excuse me. What's gotten over me? What you just did now was so godly, I couldn't help but fear the worst.
Anjo?
Yo, Anjo. I dropped by for some breakfast.
Oh, welcome, Munakata. I've been expecting you. Please, take a seat wherever you'd like.
Okie dokie. Huh? Ho 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 ho!
Huh? Oh, Munakata!
Hey, Sumika! It's been a while. How's it hanging?
A long time. I've been better, but I'm good.
Oh, and Art is here too! What are you two doing here so early? Oh, what, are you dating?
No. What are you talking about? You're dumb.
God, Tokyo was best girl. She's so
Excuse
fucking
me.
funny in this game
Guess I jumped to
sometimes.
conclusions. Sorry about that, Arda.
What? This guy hasn't changed one bit.
Oh yeah, I heard about your guys' company. I wouldn't want to be in your shoes. You guys doing all right?
Not really. How dare they call us cyber terrorists? Where do they get off?
Yeah, I was on the World's Odyssey project back when I worked at Aggle. When I heard the news, I could hardly believe it.
Funny that you mention Aggle. It sounds like they're up to something suspicious.
What? Are you serious? So the World's Odyssey servers are active, huh? The Alice Engine project was archived immediately after development when the game was halted. The only way anyone could have reactivated the servers is if we had a signed contract with approval from the developers. To top it off, hearing that the game is basically unplayable with a glitched system database? That's insane!
I suspect Aggle has something to do with it. None of our team members intentionally made our contact information available to the public. Murakata, since you used to work at Aggle, do you have any contacts inside of the company still?
Sorry, as badly as I'd like to help you, my previous boss left the company and all of my subordinates were let go. Sadly, I've got no friends there anymore.
I see.
Hey, I saw the look in your eye just now. You're probably thinking to yourself, Munakata's useless, aren't you? Aren't you? Hey, your expression drooped. You did think that, didn't you? Ugh! Give the guy a break.
These two have been in danger since last night. Here's your breakfast.
Thanks, boss. Danger? What kind of danger?
A group of men wearing rabbit masks have been chasing us.
What?
They've been staking out near our homes, too, so we can't go back. That's why we've been hiding here.
You're pulling my leg, aren't you? Aren't you? Oh. You guys are dead serious. All right then. Why don't the two of you follow me to my office?
What?
Boss guy's got a cafe to run. You can't be hanging out here all day during business hours, right? You can't consult with the authorities, and there's a bunch of masked loonies after you. In that case, you can hide out in my office. There's plenty of room. I mean, my startup's about 6 months old. There's a bunch of desks and phones, but I have 0 employees. I've been posting on classifieds, but even after doing a round of interviews, I can't seem to hold on to a single person. So don't be shy. You're free to use my office as a base, and you can commute here too.
Oh, but
We've also got a gym in the basement floor, and there's a shower you can use.
We'll take it.
Hey! Oh, give me a sec though. Let me finish my breakfast. All right, let's get to it. Thanks for the breakfast, boss. Money's on the counter.
Are you sure? I don't mind if they stay here.
I'm sure. Seeing as how my former employer could be involved in their predicament, I feel somewhat responsible. Besides, if Aggle is up to some shady business, then I'm not gonna let it slide.
I see. Sounds reasonable. Mizunashi, Tokiwa, feel free to stop by anytime, okay? All-nighters are welcome here.
Okay. Thanks, Sanjo.
I sincerely appreciate your kindness. That goes for both of you.
I'll be sure to gather as much information as I can, too. Be safe out there, guys. Tokiwa, we'll have another chat about the occult next time we meet. Take care, okay?
Okay.
And that would have cleared the wall, allowing us to proceed. But yeah, cattle mutilation. That's, yeah. But the fact that it has a line of code found in the book tied to it, kind of thing. Like, someone is playing us along. Someone's playing Arta along a string of games here. Whether it's those masked people or some other more powerful, more dangerous source, we don't know. But as soon as we deal with that one, we find our next thing. Shino, look, over here! I've never seen a monster like this before! Oh, of course, they wouldn't have seen standard frogs and fish in this world. My, it looks rather small for a monster, doesn't it? Oh man, it's already been killed. Since I was the one to discover it, it should be named after me, right? Beats me. Mizunashi, aren't these? Yeah, they look like dead frogs and bluegills. Even more evidence that the real world is spilling over into this one. If you want a death ending, well, save the game first. This one's a dumb one. Eat the fish. Where we come from, fish is eaten normally. We shouldn't have said anything. As soon as Al heard me say that, she scarfed down the fish. Then she contracted a major case of food poisoning and could barely move a limb. Yep, Al got food poisoning and died. That's so fucking stupid. There's a couple death endings I had to kind of tilt my head to. Like, that one at least kind of saw the funny side of it, but no, investigate the fish, don't eat it. Damn it, there's one thing after the next, what the hell's going on? There's no explanation. What kind of game has a random dead animal spawning out of nowhere? None of these anomalies might have anything to do with the game, but maybe they're all connected somehow. Damn it! Mizunari, calm down. No, right, my bad. Hey, you seem exhausted. Have you been resting enough? Lily's been expressing some concern about you. I'm fine. Taking time off here and there. There's no time to rest though. I need to keep piecing all the facts together from what we know. Bear with me. I'll figure something out. I have to. Mizunari? What is it? Just don't wear yourself too thin, okay? I mean, it's touching that you want to work so hard for my sake, but please get some sleep. Is that what you wanted? Yes, exactly. Glad to see that you haven't changed much in the past year. Huh? Really? Yeah, technically you work under me, but here you are ordering me to get some sleep. Talk about cheeky. Well, thanks. No, thank you. He's breaking his back for someone on his team. Seems like he hasn't changed at all either. Aw. Well, we'll learn more about the weird animal corpses that are showing up here and out there next time. So next time on Death and Request, we'll continue exploring the shipyard of Sturfall and try and find out what's going on with those fish corpses. But until next time, you guys take care now.